All right, guys, here's the final product. The paint's all dry and the hardware is on. I think it looks really good. What's up, guys? So today we're back with another dresser flip that we got for free. See what the wood looks like. I'm probably planning on painting this one though. I think the last one I did was we just did kind of a wood restoration video. This one I want to go back to painting. Got some paint left over. Like I said, I got it for free, so I think it'll turn out good. So let's get started. Yeah, so here I'm just using some simple green in a spray bottle, and I'm just spraying it on and letting it sit for a minute and wiping it off. And you want to make sure you do this step because it's usually every time I do this, the water gets really filthy. These dressers and furniture is a lot dirtier than they look. So make sure you don't skip this step. Gets all that grease off, gets all the grime, anything else, crayons, stuff like that. So it gets everything off. So make sure you don't skip this step. Very important. You want your primer and paint to stick and adhere well. So even if you're going to sand it, you definitely want to make sure that you clean it. Just a very important step. And here we're just using some acetone, and we lay down some paper towels and then pour the acetone over it. It just helps keep it in place, keep acetone in place. It'll run off otherwise. Just let it sit a few seconds. Always make sure you wear gloves and a mask for this part too. Definitely wear your PPE. You don't want acetone getting on your skin or in your eyes or mouth. And the fumes are really strong. Now I'm just scraping it off. Scraping off the top layer of stain, grime, stuff like that. I do need to get a carbide scraper, but for now I'm using a painter's tool. Seems to work pretty good. And here we're just repairing a couple of the drawers. A couple of them were off track. The tracks were out. We're just hammering those back in. Just getting everything ready. Now we're sanding everything down with our sander. And then we'll get the hard to reach places with by hand sanding. Here I'm just painting all the handles. We're going to keep the original hardware. I'm just spray painting them a Rust-Oleum antique bronze. I really like that color. I've been using it a lot lately. But all the hardware were in good condition, so we're just going to reuse that and spray it. And here we're just filling any holes, any scrapes and cuts or dents with some wood putty. Make sure you do this part because when you go to spray the final coat, you're going to see that paint's going to enhance any imperfections that you don't fill in. So make sure before you prime it or paint it that you do this step. Very important.
So here's how I'm gonna spray paint it, and probably regular paint it, but I got spray primer too. I went in and taped off the drawers around, all the way around, all of them, even on the bottom. So, and I'm just gonna leave them barely open like that, about an inch, all the way down so I can get the sides and tops, and I'll move them around a little bit too. But yeah, she's ready to prime. I'm gonna use spray primer, Rust-Oleum white spray primer, what I'm gonna go with, and she should be primed. Then we're gonna sand it and then we'll paint it. So let's see how it looks after it's primed. Alrighty.
And here we're priming it. We're spray priming it. I like to spray prime. You can get in all the crevices, and this doesn't have to be perfect. The primer, you know, it doesn't have to be completely covering every square inch perfectly. This is just something for your final paint to latch onto. You're going to prime and then sand it, and then that final coat will have something to adhere to. So it doesn't have to be perfect at this step.
Okay, not sure this mask is gonna cut it, so I'm gonna have to find my better one or get a better one. So it helped. It didn't get my mouth, but I could still smell the paint. So, but it's looking good. Primer's all on. So here it is with the primer on it. Looks a little splotchy, but we're gonna sand it down and the final paint will cover that. So let's let it dry, come back, sand it, and then we'll put on the first coat of paint. All right, we got this primed and it's dry, so let's sand it down and get ready for paint.
And here's where I was talking about earlier. We're just going to go ahead and sand this prime coat here, get it ready for the actual paint.
we're gonna go ahead and put the first coat of paint on, and I'm gonna use a brush and roller for the first coat, and then I'm gonna spray the second coat. I haven't done that yet, but I'm gonna try it out and see how it works. I think if we brush and roll the first coat and sand it down, that the second final coat with the sprayer will look good. So I'm just gonna try this new method and see how it works.
I didn't love the way this paint was rolling on, but like I said, this was the first coat. We're going to spray over this coat anyway, so we're just trying to cover up most of the white and get a good base going anyway.
All right, we got the first coat of paint on with the brush and roller. Now we've got it sanded. So it's looking good. Now I'm about to spray the final coat and let it dry, and we'll see how it looks. All right.
So this paint was spraying on really well. You want to make sure that you stay pretty far back. You can always get closer as you're spraying, but start far away and get closer as you need to. If you start too close, it's going to run, it's going to look clumpy. So start light, start far back. You can always go heavier and go further inward, but you can't, it's hard to go back out once you've already sprayed too much. So it'll start running and then you've kind of messed up at that point. So always just say start far away, start light. Don't spray too heavy, don't get too close.
Also, I was outside completely and doing like 1 minute of spraying, so I still should have worn my mask though, but just, yeah, always wear your mask. So we all make mistakes. All right, guys, here's the final product. The paint's all dry and the hardware is on. I think it looks really good. I just kept the same hardware on as before, but I did paint it like an antique bronze color with Rust-Oleum spray paint. I really love this color too. This color's Cracked Pepper by Behr Paint at Home Depot. And I went with the trim and cabinet paint this time by Behr. Usually I go with the urethane alkyd enamel, but I wanted to give this a shot this time. I think it turned out good. It dries much quicker, and I think touch-ups were a little easier too. As far as blending in, I had to do 1 or 2 touch-ups, so I definitely recommend the paint. So yeah, guys, let me know what you think. All right, guys, that's a wrap on another furniture flip. I think this is about my 5th piece so far, so I'm learning. I'm open to comments, suggestions, so let me know what you think. Like I said, I'm learning as I go. Each project I'm getting a little bit better and better, I've noticed, learning from the mistakes that I do make. So if you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along in my furniture flipping journey, and thanks for watching.